I think the important thing about being a member shareholder is that everybody has an even say in how the club's run. So no matter how much people pay into the scheme, it is variable. You can join for as little as £15 a year, or some people choose to put more in than that. But however much money people put in, everyone has the same one vote. And that vote's quite important because at AGM and certain fans forums during the year we have votes on certain things. Probably quite crucially, the votes are cast to decide who becomes directors of the club. So every shareholder member has a say in who runs their football club.
Before the old club folded, we'd gone down the lines of setting up a supporters trust called Sea Dog Trust in the 2006-07 season. So we'd already set that up along the lines of fan-owned democratic organisation with one member, one vote. So the initial intention wasn't to form a new club, it was just to get some shares in the new club and maybe put some money in the old club, and put some money in. But as that season progressed and we found out more and more about what was going on with the finances, that switched to planning for a reformed club, because we could see the writing on the wall.
I've been a fan for over 50 years now, and do you know what? When the old club went bust, it hit me very hard because it was a major part of my life. And I didn't think twice about joining the Supporters Trust back in 2007 because I wanted to be a part of something very, very special, and to have the ability to make a difference for the new club, and to some extent hold them to account as well. That was important for me. Up until that point, there weren't many supporters-owned clubs, and suddenly we felt we could have a say in the way our football club was run, and considering what had happened earlier that year, that was a massive step forward for us.
It's worked a treat, and that the structure that we had as a supporters trust then moved on to being the club itself. So it's always been fans can only own one share, so everyone's equal. You can't have more than one share, you can't sell your share to somebody else, and it's that collective ownership that makes the ownership of the collective ownership of the fans stronger. So the more people you have, the stronger you are, and it protects you against the nefarious types that float around football that either bear your will or want to get their hands on something, or as we've seen with Bangor City, I think is the most recent one, they're just not up for running football clubs. They don't know what they're doing.
Since we've been back in Scarborough, our fan base has grown considerably, and they haven't been on that 10-year journey in Bridlington. So what I hear quite regularly is there's a misunderstanding about the role of us as directors, and certainly me as chairman, and people don't always realise that I'm a shareholder member the same as everybody else. It's just that the shareholder members have chosen to put their faith in me to run the football club.
Yeah, I think there's a lack of awareness generally in football. It's not specific to Scarborough. I think there's and it happens a lot that people quite rightly just want to turn up and go to games, and they don't necessarily pay attention to the way the club's structured. So we used to do back in the day with Scarborough, and it wasn't until there were more non-football stories in the papers about the state of the club than footballing ones that you start to pay attention and look a little more closely at what's going on. Where generally, awareness needs raising, and as a fan-owned club, we should be doing more to say, look, this is the way that we're set up, and these are the reasons why. Come on board. It's not a closed shop. Get involved.
We're also offering junior membership, so I think it's important that juniors can get involved. I certainly remember not the same scheme, but certainly at the old football club, my children were Sea Kids, and they loved it. They got a T-shirt and they got really involved. So any youngsters, we can get them involved, and also we offer corporate memberships for any businesses as well. So if you want your business to be forever associated with the football club, become a corporate sponsor. Yeah,
I still have member share number one. I'm very proud of that fact. That was one little egotistical thing I did right at the start when we set Sea Dog Trust up, is that I got my hands on certificate number one. So I've kept hold of that ever since. I want people to see and recognise the value that I hold in having that share, and I want other fans who are not members to see how valuable that is. By itself, it means nothing. So it means a lot to me, but it's inconsequential. It's only when you've got hundreds of other people alongside that, all owning a part of the club, then it becomes strong, then it becomes valuable. Yeah, that first visit to Teversall, we all not just the directors, all the fans had the suits on as a sort of to show that we were all together, we were businessmen. But yeah, that first moment walking out for this little presentation before the match started, it was exciting because we'd done it. We'd carried on the football. It hadn't stopped. We got there. There was so many hurdles we had to jump over in the background of convincing everyone that we had a viable business plan, convincing the FA to be on our side, the county FA, the league itself, that we were actually going to fulfil the season, we could do it, and then to have so many people turning up at Teversall, yeah, very proud moment. Yeah, superb.
So we've nearly 500 shareholder members at the moment, so why not come and join us? Feel part of it, feel that your voice is valued, and come and have a say in how your football clubs run. We'd love to welcome you on board.
I'd still urge every fan who hasn't joined to do so, become a shareholder. As I said before, collectively you're stronger with lots of us, but also you get to choose who sits on the board. So if you're not a big fan of Trevor Bull, next time he's up for election, you as a member have that power to not vote for him or to vote for somebody else. That democracy is absolutely embedded in the way the club is set up. So we're not beholden to the whim of one person in charge and whatever they want to do. It's that collective board that make the decisions, and we have the power to hire and fire them. So yeah, do it.
Certainly being chairman of a football club was never on my agenda growing up or in later adult life. It never crossed my mind that I'd ever be chairman of a football club. But now I'm doing it. It's one of the proudest things I've ever done. It means an awful lot to me and always will.